Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain. It's my pleasure to bring you Shadows of Doubt. Well, this is a wonderful game, and if you've seen any of my previous videos on anything murder mystery related, you know this is kind of the thing I live for. I absolutely love murder mysteries, I love detective work. Maybe not so much the real stuff, but I am very much into anything from Sherlock Holmes to Poirot to Murder, She Wrote. And this really did catch my eye. Now, I am a bit of a sucker. I ended up buying this, and then the very next week it went on sale. Yes, it's currently available for £15.99. It does go down to about £12.99 when on sale. And Shadows of Doubt is being created by a very small developer, ColePowered Games, who've also made Concrete Jungle, and they've been published by Fireshine Games. Oh, excuse me. Now, for this, I am going to go into Dead of Night. It's a specially crafted case to sort of introduce you to the game. Hold your hand a little bit, and it does what I like to call tutorialize a lot of keyboard commands. So I apologise if I fumble my way through a few things, because certain commands are not activated until, well, midway through the tutorial, so keyboard shortcuts, for example, simply don't work. Now, the fun thing with this is there is quite a bit you can do. Now, I could generate a city, but I actually have my own. It's Albion, which is a large-sized city. It will chug a little bit. I would recommend playing on medium if you get this game, because it's such a small team. This game has not been optimized, so I've had to turn the settings down a little bit just so it doesn't chug. So I'm going to go with the city I made. We're going to continue there. I'm going to go with easy. This doesn't really affect much other than damage. We're going to go to gameplay settings. I am not going to put the murders on yet. We'll go through the starting case first, and as you can see, there's quite a bit you can do. Now, game length is just how many cases you have to get through until you get the ending. The ending isn't much right now, and as you can see, you can turn all these settings on and off. There's various ways of getting upgrades that make most of them not an issue, so you can make it dead easy if you just want to investigate. And when I say investigation, this is not the kind of game where you're figuring out motives, you're figuring out method and all that. No. You are more of a investigator in the purest sense. For example, one of the missions I was given was to take a photograph of a person. The only lead I had, a phone number. This is the kind of thing you start going through. So what do? You've got a phone number. There's 3 or 4 different ways you could go about finding out who that belongs to. My first guess, phone the number. It was evening, there was a good chance of someone being in. I had someone answer the phone, called themselves Kaylee, didn't want to answer any questions over the phone, so I had a name, just a first name. So I looked through my little study of how many people I'd already investigated, no one called Kaylee, so I went to essentially the city government office and went through the records of everyone in the city. There was 2 Kayleys giving me 2 addresses to investigate. And you can see where this goes from here. I've got to go to these addresses, break in, maybe even one of them I did break in, went round the place, went through the person's personal documents, and found out that they weren't the person I was looking for. Then I went to the other place. Yes, we'll turn the tutorial on. But by the end of it, it was neither person. No, it's the late 20th century. Hyper-industrialization has swept the planet. The old Bourbon Empire's crumble, giving way to the United Atlantic States and the first elected megacorporation president in history, Starch Cola. Yet it's definitely got a cyberpunk feel to it, even if all the tech is kind of outdated. As sea levels rise, cities have become polluted islands. Workers dreaming of escaping to the fields, an exclusive retirement district few will ever see, and I doubt even exist. Rival corporations vie for power. Please buy privatized starch, cola, and enforcers. And this is the settings toned down, mind you. Some say justice only exists in the shadows. Shadows of doubt. Part bounty hunter, part private detective, all sneak thief. You will be robbing people left, right and centre to get money. Now, dead of night. Okay, good time. Note that time, 3rd of January. We will get out of bed. Wake again. So cold. So we turn on the lamp. Can't get used to sleeping without Sam. No use in lying here. Now, I do have one issue with this game, is conversation pieces and the like will continue while you're doing other things and with other pop-ups. So here we go. It won't even let me create a custom case. I usually make one of these to have my own personalised notes, but it's a pain, a bit of a pain. But you can see, what is it, Jason Silverain? Which if I click, that's us, right there. Bam! That's my first thing in the case file. And we were awarded for our service. Now, we have a letter. Final notice. Open immediately. Now, things are a little different. Even though this is the same city that I've made, and I know like the back of my hand, that should be in this drawer. But it wasn't, which is a little different. So it looks like item placement is identical. Good to know. So I'm going to turn on my light switch. I'm going to close my curtains because I can. Just looking through my various sources. There's my storage box. I will need to open that later. I'm just making sure everything is where I'm expecting it to be. Now this is fun. You can break open doors, you can lockpick them, you can find keys like underneath the doormat and take things that way. Now, I will take my key. And, you know what? We've even got TV shows we could listen to.
Henry, lock the door, you.
And there is a setting I do need to change, because this is something if anyone else does want to cover this. There are various options. Here we go. So we turn off that. Hopefully we've not had too many. And so we should not be getting any copyright strikes, hopefully, for this. There we go. Let's turn on the light. Yes, the house is a little sparser than before. Interesting. Very interesting. We've got all this food. No sense taking it with me now. I'm not hungry. You can't really cook as far as I know. Now, where the heck's our phone? They've moved where it is. So. Hello, who is this? Hello? Just dead. And now we've had this shoved under our door. There we go. This explains the case board. This is what we'll be using most of the time. You get them for individual cases and individual jobs. And this is how you can sort of just organize your information. There we go. Connecting facts have displayed with a string. You can add your own. So there we go. We have the note under the door, which it will not let me pin. But there we go. I was just ahead of it again. As you can see, several things are locked out. Now, I'm just going to make my own string there. Very nice. We can't pick that note up like many others, which is a little weird and a bit of a shame. If this is a job, it's a lousy way to do business. Well, first things we're going to do is we're going to pick up that. We're going to dial. We're going to identify last caller. There we go. So that's where we got call from. We're going to inspect. Well, we have a name. So it'll be under R. So, Mr. Riz, where are you? There we go. So we've got an address now. That is not what I wanted to do, damn it, tutorial. So, just to organise this a bit better, because strangely, the telephone book gives you an address when you do talk to a person. It doesn't give you the telephone number. Oh, it's a city directory, not a telephone book. You get what I mean. Oh, that's different. Okay, that's something related to us, so I'm going to make a personal note there. Our password is 1234. It's been reset by our previous companion. Now, there are so many things you can do in this game. And there's quite a few little things. Like, if you go digging through garbage, you may end up smelly. So then, you can actually take a shower to get rid of that. See those vents? We can climb through those. And we need our own old detective equipment. Now, this is interesting. The last time I had this apartment... Ooh, I'll take those hairpins. Need them for picking locks. I did not have... Yeah, this room wasn't in my last apartment. Interesting. Now we got bandages and the like. Those are very useful if someone pulls a gun on you. So yes, I am ever so slightly puzzled. And we've got our storage box. All police stuff is lost in the move. That's fine. I could pick the lock. Something we can use. Our little home office. Now, Seeker's calendars, we can scroll through them. That is actually a good way of finding stuff out. We have micro crunchers, which are essentially computers. We have files. It's not letting me look through. Never mind. And nothing else in those drawers. And we've got an... Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4... People use the same password for everything in this game. So once you've got their password, that's it. You can get into all that stuff. We have this strange genome decay thing, which I don't really understand much. I don't know why it's come up. I've yet to find out. Now, again, the game is in early access. It's a code breaker. Not the most useful thing, but there's a slight hint of this. That final notice we were given at the start. Sorry to be veer off there. Yeah, that's going to come into play later. So if there's anything you want here, take it. First, we're going to go onto our computer. We'll log in. This is our profile. Wonderful. Always good to know. We don't have a printer though. You see, it's just throwing information at me at the top, which I don't really need. Take that. Lovely. Sam Merriweather. Now, I have never actually managed to find this person. Taking the release of apartment. Send my new address on account. Don't forget to pick up. Wait. See, their name. Oh no, their name is selectable. No, that comes up with me. So yeah, I've never been able to find any more information on a Sam. But I will still move that to my own personal case file later when I get the ability to do that. Now, I have got some Did I miss one over here? Yes, I did. Thank you. Now, this is the nice thing about the tutorial case. It will... It's just... That was just explaining things I could do. Oh, there we go. It will kind of highlight certain things. Once you're done with this, you're on your own. So there's our tenancy agreement. Just our oh, no, there we go. Lovely. That's all my info. Some of that will be useful. The tenancy agreement, maybe not so much. There is like one guy who owns all of the buildings in the city. It's a bit ridiculous. And if I go to escape, it will put me up to this. Yeah, we don't have many slots to start with. So, hopefully I can get some things to get rid of those. So get rid of the problem I'm going to have with not being able to carry everything. Oh, sorry. Padlock. We lockpick. No minigame here, just hold down right click. One. Oh. Lovely, so we want our detective stuff. And that means I can now just go straight to the detective section. 30 lockpicks. Oof, lovely stuff. We have a code breaker, we have some handcuffs, and this gives us our watch and our print scanner. Now, one thing I am going to do is activate that print scanner nice and early. There we go. That's fingerprint A. That belongs to us. For some reason, it will not connect to this. This is one of the things that does get me a little bit. Sometimes you find evidence, and it doesn't always connect it to a person. For example, I cannot manually put this in here. Fingerprint A. That'll be another fingerprint A. And there we go. That's everything we needed. But before we do this, oops, we're going to change back to our fists. Oh, no, nothing. We've got everything we need from here. Oh, no, we want to unlock the door. Close the door, lock it, because we don't want anyone roaming in. Turn off our flashlight. And we are out into the wider world. There is a lovely sort of... Once you've got a place listed here... Oh, if we not got our map... There we go. This will guide us to where we need to go. We haven't filled in the city map yet. Indeed, this is looking very different. Is that just stuff I could see from my windows? I think it is. No. Skip to the next tutorial section. Yes. I accidentally left the house too early. There we go. There's one of our enforcers. The old Bobby on the beat. And as you can see, yeah, people really don't give a crap. The fun thing is, none of those are empty. You could just pick them up and drink from them if you wanted. Well, time to get wet. We can't get a umbrella at this time, which is a shame. And now we get to see this lovely city. I try not to run too much when I'm wet. I don't know what all of these do, because there's no real explanation of what they do. But hey, it's always best to just double check. Now, again, sorry, there we go. You can actually fall over, I presume. Oh, you were staring at me. Yeah, if you walk behind someone too much, they'll presume you're following them. So here we go. This is the address. Pretty damn dingy. Actually, why is it so dark down here? No. You may have seen the swift eye amongst you, the cameras in the corners of the areas. These cameras are not all night vision. Quite a few of them rely stand-on vision, so turning off the lights can actually help you sneak about. Which is nice. Oh. We're going all the way up to the 9th floor. I'm not going to walk all the way up there. I'll give myself motion sickness by the end of it. Oh, and another hint tip. Only players ever use this, so this is very handy if you need to get away from someone. Acts like a shield or a barrier. I just love the music for this game though. Always with a check, people keep a spare. Alternatively, we could be taking that if we don't really want to be seen. But first, we're going to be polite. We're going to knock. Yeah, if you always check for cameras, you don't want to get in trouble. And as it's saying, you can trace these red lines coming from the cameras to the breaker boxes. These usually have their own issues. You don't want the public seeing you breaking into these. They need lockpicks, usually quite a lot of them. And occasionally cameras actually hover over them, so it's not always an option. And yes, you can always just smash the door open. And the more you knock, the harder you bang. So no one's answering. That camera's not... That camera's not looking this way. Let's head in. Oh! Damn. Yep, we are trespassing technically. If we get caught, we will be fined. Alright. And hiding places. Well, that's different. We... We got a work ID. Fair enough. I don't need to save that one actually, because that'll just update this. It's female. Male in my last game. We got the TV on. In fact, this... Yeah. Last time I played, they were dead in this corner. Like they had tried to actually reach the phone.
Far away from here, a patch of grass, 4 walls to call your own.
And there's our emergency exit, which I'll open, just in case we have any problems.
Nice family of yours, if you go down.
Advertisements. The fields.
They wind up in the fathoms, living on
Clean air,
trash,
sunshine,
blue
every
hot
place and external
buns. And all
space.
because you wanted to protect a rat like Angel Harris.
Go to hell. I ain't no stoolie.
Sure you're not.
Very interesting. So we have a work rota for them.
Who else was in on it?
So we know
Lucas Crumb.
where they were.
Yeah, that's him.
Now, I'll check the corpse in a minute. What we... Well, spare key would be handy. Well, they don't need it anymore. So we can get time of death by examining the cadaver. Okay, here we go. Well, they don't need the money. Not much else in the wallet, unfortunately.
People listen. Responsible, reliable.
Lots of paper clips is going to be handled for
every
us.
minute of every day. Candor new.
I'm going to turn that off. Thank you. Now, the fact we're robbing this place is going to be a little bit of an issue for us, but okay. Inspect, shoe size 9. We want to take their address book. That's people they've been contacting. And I'm going to pick up this. Okay, so telephone number is this. Interesting. last call as that. We'll put that down for now. Now, what we could do is check their address book and see if anyone phoned them. August phoned them. So, we have some information regarding that. Very nice, we have a safe code. And hopefully that code will update this. It's not updated it yet, we have to use it first. So, address book. We know they've phoned August. There we go, that A there is likely August, and then we've got Blue Crafts and Hardware. I'm going to attach to that and to that. We don't know why they've been killed. Perhaps they knew too much. Interesting. So, is that the same as the safe code we just saw? Yeah, safe code, yeah. Normally you don't get 2 notes on that. That's a bit different. A hearing aid. Hey, thank you for contacting us regarding a life insurance policy. You don't... So they had a life insurance policy taken out against them. Now this is already getting a little messy. Usually I'm a lot neater than this, so we're going to go with August over here. There we go. We have the address book. Yeah, they had a... Okay, so I moved my own stuff out of the way. That's not actually that important for this case. It will be useful later. Alright. It's also a business card. Lovely. Crumpled spit. Don't forget who owns you. Damn. That's a handwriting sample there. Other things we need to find out. So we've got their employment agreement. We know who... Well, we've already got their job from somewhere else. But this just helps. Oops. And I'll put that on there as well. As you can see, because I'm pressing certain things that haven't been unlocked yet, it is closing this instead of doing the shortcut. But that is absolutely fine. I think that's just a quirk of the experimental build. What else do we have? Tenancy agreement? Well, we've got proof of tenancy. We don't really need that. But the information will be updated anyway, and that's much better. This is all very helpful. We got a blood type, we got a weight. Actually, I don't need that one, thinking about it. That will just update this for me. And someone's already looted the safe. We do want to take the synth disk upgrade. Those synth disks are essentially your main alterations to your body. They usually have 2 ways of actually being used. And there's a code breaker on the table. Interesting. Do I have a space for that? No, I don't. I've already got my own. Now, there's no signs of any murder weapon. The method of murder is actually different in this playthrough. Interesting. So, interestingly, going on the straight and narrow. Nothing hidden in the fridge. Is there anything in the bathroom? No. So, with that all done... yeah, with that all done... Let's get this... a little bit... So we're going to take a print. Thank you. We are... Well, I was going to see if I could scan the feet, because you can actually get shoe sizes and things like that, but it looks like you can't do that on a cadaver. So let us search the corpse. Bullet wound from 8mm, entry wound. Oh, it is the same method of death. No. Yes, we can. I've already checked this fingerprints. We'll do that for now. Yes. And when did I get that call? At about the same time. And August called them very shortly before. All right. Well, that looks like... Yep, bullet hole. It was a sloppy job. We can say that. So we've had quite a few clues. We also always remember to search the trash. So we have a receipt for a barbecue place. That was 2nd of January, the day before. Interesting, different clue selection. So this is intriguing me, because last time I got the free I got like free restaurants. Yeah, it's just the last time I did this. Also, okay, well, I'm not stinky from searching the garbage. That's always handy. Meet Sasha. Be careful what you say. So now we have a Sasha to look for. Do they have it? Yep, there we go. We have a Sasha. And that goes to you as well. Again, this is maybe a bit too cluttered. Yeah, I don't need the... those can get wiped out, because we don't need them now. I will keep one, because we're going to be going to their work, I suspect. See if we can find some more info. Okay, so next thing I need is print scanner, if I'm following the tutorial. Now, you don't have to do this. We've already got quite a few things. So we've already got a load of leads. Oh, that's bad. We need to be out now. If the enforcers find us here, we are screwed, because they will presume we are the murderer and beat the living daylights out of us. They just want to tick some boxes. They don't care who actually did it. So this does our stealth. Now, as you can see, how full that is how visible we are. Same with that. That gets more red the more someone can see us. We hopefully won't have to fight. Okay. So we'll go to this. We'll select nothing. We will now... Oh crap, okay, we enter enter. Go, go, go. I should have locked the door behind me. That gave me a lot less time than I thought I would have. Yeah. Fortunately, I am utterly lost. Yeah, they're kicking the door in. Wait, did I lock the door behind me? Maybe I did. Well, oh, no, they're in. I could listen to them. But right now, we just don't want to be seen. If anything, it'll reduce our social credit if we get caught. Alright, I can't break out into that person's apartment because, you know, they'll freak out and spot me and call the enforcers. So this might take a while. I really don't like the vent systems. I always get lost in them.